Welcome back, Albert here. Today we will be discussing Tar-Telemmaitë, the 15th ruler of Numenor. Telemaite was born in the year 2136 of the Second Age and was the only child of Tar and Caliman. Telemaite's name meant silver-handed. There is no information on Telemaite's upbringing, but like his father, he grew up in a very changed Numenor. And one could make the assumption that, due to his father's beliefs, and current attitudes of most Númenóreans, I can definitely see him when he was of age, siding with the king's men, as his father did. Additionally, as the prince heir, this would make sense politically among his people, as he would be the future king. And when his father died in 2386 SA, and the scepter of Numenor was passed on to him, it cannot come as a surprise that he would pick up from where his father left off. Tar-Telemmaitë had a greedy nature, with a very specific lust for silver, which he expressed by seeking mithril from anywhere he could. He was hungry for wealth, hence his nickname, King Silverhand, and he sought mithril to fill his treasuries, sending his servants all over to find it. Now, one could make some assumptions about how his servants obtained mithril. It's reasonable to assume, since the Numenor had the established haven of Earendil and still maintained traffic on the Gwatalo River as far as the city of Tharban, even after the shipbuilding yards were no longer considered usable and most of their focus was drawn to the wealth of the new havens of Pelegir and Umbar, that mithril was obtained from tributes from the people settled around the old kingdom of Earendil, perhaps saved by them during dealings with the elves and dwarves of Khazad-dûm from times long past, or perhaps the lands of Umbar and Pelegir, or I dare say it, the Isle of Numenor itself, had a small source they could mine. Unfortunately, there is no way to confirm any of this since there are no records surrounding this matter, but I believe some of this may have been possible. As you may have guessed, it wasn't just the shine of silver that Telemaite sought. Mithril itself was a heavily prized metal, nothing else compared, and its value was almost beyond price. Used throughout the ages, not just to create durable armor, but also used in the crafting of jewels. The two most famous of these jewels were Galadriel's Ring of Power, Nenya, created by Celebrimbor, a ring made of mithril adorned with a white stone, and a famous Númenorian royal heirloom known as the Star of Earendil, a diamond bound to the brow by a mithril fillet, originally in the possession of Silmarien, the daughter of Tar-Earendil, the fourth ruler of Numenor, passing down Silmarien's bloodline, becoming a symbol of high kingship for the lords of Anduin, and finally, according to legend, the ship of Earendil in which he sailed into the sky, making the gleam of true silver visible to the world as the evening and morning star, was said to be made of mithril and elven glass. So you can definitely see the appeal and why Tar-Telemmaitë sought it. Tar-Telemmaitë ruled for 140 years and died in 2526 SA. At the age of 390, and was survived by his only child, a daughter, Vanimelde. Thus ended the life of Tar-Telemmaitë. Although not much is said about Tar-Telemmaitë, I must say he was a king of singular taste, and reminded me more of a dwarf king than a Númenorian ruler. It was fascinating to learn so much about mithril. I tried not to branch out too far in respect of how mithril was used throughout history, as it would draw me too far away from the Númenorian culture and period in history. There are other times it was mentioned alongside the descendants of the Númenorians, but I didn't want to get ahead of myself. I highly recommend reading up on it. You may be pleasantly surprised on what you discover. I hope you enjoyed that. Please feel free to check out all my other Númenorian videos if you like this type of Tolkien lore, and if you wish to get notified of my next episode, hit that subscribe button. Thanks again for watching, and as always, may the light of Earendil guide your way.